So, Torin Kuss together with David Goldstrom here in Lago di Tesoro, and this is the beginning of the red group. Vitaly Denisov for Russia, the world bronze medalist in the pursuit, and of course the pursuit's coming up over the coming weekend. He gets us underway, and he's chasing our pathfinder, Mikhail Botvinov of Austria. No stranger himself to the medal podium at major championships.
Denisov's struggling to find his form so far this year, but Classics is definitely his favorite technique.
Yes, 8th and 7th in the last two World Cup races, but very disappointing in the 30K competition. But here is the world bronze medalist from Lahti 2 years ago, Oddbjørn Helmeset, getting a tremendous roar from the Norwegian fans.
It's amazing to see him ski. He just skis with a different style than everybody else. So big and so powerful. It's very impressive.
The world champion, Per Elofsson for Sweden. Not only the world champion in this race in Lahti, but also the pursuit champion.
I think Per has a lot to prove since 2001. Things maybe haven't gone perfectly, but he's going to show why he is one of the best racers of all time, possibly.
He said that he wasn't in 100% shape because he was sick until November, but he was very happy with his condition coming into these championships. He bypassed the 30 because he knew that that would be too demanding, and he's focusing, as are so many here. And here's another man who's made a real name for himself. He's the third best in the World Cup rankings coming into this competition, and Teichmann, of course, in Kusamo in the opening race of the World Cup season in Kusamo, I should say. Bronze there in that World Cup, and he hasn't looked back. He's just improved all the way through.
He's been very much on a roll since about 99 when he won the World Juniors Classic 10K Championships. So this is one of his preferred events.
Well, sister Sabina has fallen foul of the flu, but here's brother Fulvio for the Italians, and he gets the crescendo going. Olympic silver medalist back in Nagano in the Italian relay, and a bronze in 1999. But Valbusa, one of the most experienced racers around.
Oh, I think so. And he grew up in northern Italy, just a valley away. He said about 30 kilometers as the crow flies from here.
And had a really good race the other day in Asiago, the warm-up race, get the cobwebs out of your system. Had a third place finish there behind Verpalu and Estil. Vasily Rotchev for Russia, one of the brightest finds in recent years, just 22 years of age.
World Cup winner so far this year, definitely in the red group.
Yeah, that victory coming right at the beginning of the season in Kusamo. Andy Schluter already in action here. I thought very good the other day when he finished fifth, and he was only 3 seconds away from the winners.
Yeah. Germany's still searching for their first medal, but showing great depth.
Schluter, of course, a bronze medalist at the Olympic Games in the relay, and of course in the World Championships back in 2001. Ivan Batory, well, little disappointing for me in the 30K. He was 2 minutes off the pace and 28 seconds down at 15 kilometers. So he's got to raise his game today.
Yeah, it seems like he's just been kind of hanging around there in about the 20th place. You know that he's got maybe the capacity for a little more than that.
So Batory holding out. Interesting when you look at him and think back to Helmeset a few moments ago, the difference in power.
Yeah, both of them are very big, powerful guys, but Helmeset he skis with a little bigger technique.
Estonia are double-handed in the red group because here's Jaak Mai, the bronze medalist in the Olympic Games over today's distance and in today's style. So it's Verpalu and Mai. Verpalu still to start. Away we go, and Jaak Mai, fifth in Asiago, gives you an indication over 10,000 meters, 2/3 of today's distance, that he's in quite good form. Coming up the hill now, that's Denisov, the first of the red group, and at the moment he's not as fast as Prit Narus of Estonia, who would be travelling just that little bit quicker. 20 in the box there. Frode Estil for Norway, bronze medalist in that Norwegian clean sweep of 48 hours ago. Olsgaard, Auckland and Estil. And Estil, I think, today is going to be determined for revenge.
I think so. You know, I can't believe that he's ever won a championship, but he's just got to be burning for that desire to win.
Kjelmeset on the charge here. Ellefson is travelling really quickly, and he at the moment is the fastest man on the track. Ellefson wearing 13, and we've got him travelling a little bit faster, maybe 1 second or so faster than this man. And a big roar going out for Jens Arne Svartedal, who's just started, and hopefully we'll catch up with him because he's already had a bit of a hard luck story.
Well, coming into the championships, they were going to alternate in the sprint event between the classic and skate techniques. And on the World Cup and Norwegian championships, Jens Arne Svartedal is untouchable in the classic. So this is his first time getting a start here, but he's definitely got to be disappointed that he doesn't get to show what he can do.
In the box and away goes Jens Arne. And he also had a decent warm-up race, 6th in Asiago, so he should be on the premises. 27 years of age from Oslo. Teichmann coming up the hill, travelling about the same speed as Botvinov and Kjelmeset, but still Ellefson is the man to catch up the first climb at 1,600 metres along the trail. There it is, 4:27.6, very early days. Verpalou. Andrus Verpalou, like Estill, he's going to be burning today to get on that podium.
He's the defending world champion, and I think this is a good race for him. Maybe even better than the mass start.
How's he going to react? That's the real question. Fulvio Valbuza, much bigger crowd. We're later in the day. How much more sensible? More people have a chance to get here. Valbuza, how close is Valbuza to the action as he comes up? So a little bit of work to do, 7 seconds. At this stage, having watched after the first 2 or 3 days, the aggressiveness of the starts here, it's perfectly clear that you can't afford to give too much away.
No, I definitely agree. And it was really good to see Per Ellefson get out there in the lead, kind of show us what he's made of and how he's going to race. And it looks like you have to race aggressively to be one of the top racers here.
Also, Lukas Bauer of the Czech Republic, the man wearing 24 today, the first Czech to ever win a World Cup race, and where else to win it but Novo Mesto on your own home snow. Excellent, and worth remembering that although his best result there was a victory at 15 kilometers in freestyle, he was actually second in Kusamo in the first classic race of the season, so he seems to be equally proficient at the moment. The order up the hill still sees at 1,600 metres. Ellefson from Kjelmeset, Botvinov going well, Teichmann and Schluter for Germany, making sure they're right in it right from the beginning. Interesting little story for Czech fans. Jan Bentz, the physio, went out trekking last night in the mountains here at about 7:30 in the evening. Got lost, but they rescued him at about 2:30 this morning. So I think he was feeling a bit chilly, but the good news is he's safe and well. 27, Reto Bergermeister just starting there. The Swiss, who had a tremendous run, 10th in the 30 Classic, but might have shown his hand in that race a bit too early.
Yeah, he was racing definitely aggressive, which is, I guess, good to see, but we'll see if he can have another good one today.
Jack Mai, and 5 or 6 seconds down on our estimates here. Estill has gone through within 4 seconds. That's okay. But I think what Estill has got to do is to really be guided by his coaches. Now, one man we haven't really talked about is Matti Fredriksson, wearing bib number 21. As you see, the man who preceded him out of the start gate, that's Frode Estill. Matti Fredriksson, 9th in the 30K, but how unlucky to fall when he was just trying to get out of Olsgaard's way, and that was, what, 800 metres from home?
Yeah, something like that. It seems like the Swedes have had a little bit of stroke of bad luck in the last couple championships, but there's plenty of time to turn it around.
Well, I haven't seen King Gustav and Queen Sonja today, so we haven't heard if they've stayed over. Hopefully they have, because we really do think that the Swedish fortunes might well turn in the right direction for them. They've got Ellefson and they've got Fredriksson, and it's Ellefson who's making that early pace. But look at Fredriksson coming up the hill here. He's going to be taking issue with that time, 1.8, nothing wrong with that.
Perfect. I think you want to be in about 3 or 4 seconds within the first person here. Don't want to give him any more room than that.
Nice rhythm from Svartedal already.
Svartedal goes with a little more impulse in his kick, a little more powerful, but it works really well in the sprint events.
So all the major contenders, but there are one or two that we've taken a look at who we ought to keep an eye on. Reto Bergermeister, we've seen him away. Still to start, Sami Repo of Finland, very experienced. And he was only, well, he was 11th, I was saying, in the World Championship, so he might well show something. Chris Freeman, who wears 34 for the United States, we're going to be keeping an eagle eye on, the under-23 30K Mass Classic champion. And also Magnus Ingersson from Sweden, who was 8th in the Olympics, 9th in the world at this distance. Very interesting to see how he goes.
And it's very good if he's going good for Sweden come the relay time.
Absolutely. And then a little further down, I have a particular interest in the man wearing 55, Freddie Schwinbacher, for the host nation. I've been quite impressed with what I've seen with him in the relays and the team sprints recently, and to me, he looked like someone who was coming into form at exactly the right time.
He'll be very good asset for the Italians come the relay time with him and Zorzi on the skate legs.
So you can see Botvinov already at 6,400 meters and ahead of Tapari and Kuntz, and already 15 seconds separating them. But this is the situation at the end of the first climb. It's Sweden, Norway, Sweden, and three of the greatest cross-country skiers of the day absolutely in contention, with Verpalu 5 seconds to find. Likewise, his arch rival Estil, and Jack Mai 7 seconds, and I wouldn't want to be further back than that.